Queenstown, New Zealand. God, it was cold as hell when I was there. Now let's hope this feed goes well. Because, yeah, it's already freezing up on me. Come on, boys. Yeah, this is a really, really bad feed here, folks. But we will watch it nonetheless. Round one here in lovely Queenstown, Otago. Ethan DeGroot. Seeing all kinds of names here. Obviously, Aaron Smith captaining that Highlander side. No Ash Dixon, he's in Japan now. No Iwani, he is now a chief. A couple of guys that they lost, obviously. Shannon Frizzell's still there. Josh Timu, all those guys. The Japanese guy is gone, weirdly enough. But yeah, Daniel Leonard Brown, Anton's brother. In relief off the bench, the legendary Marty Banks also in relief. No fans at the game, unfortunately. Looks like they had it going there in Australia for the Drew Waratahs game. Anybody that watched that one, how one-sided that became real quick. I kind of thought maybe Fiji would do a little bit better. Oh, man. The return of Brodie Retallick. Sam Cane captaining, of course. It's so nice to see Brodie back in where he belongs. Ollie Norris should be just fine. No Brad Weber, I think he's injured. Josh Iwani there. We got Jonah Lowe, Quinn Tupaya, Sean Stevenson, the wing, or Quinn Tupaya, the center. Mankinville, the other center. Sean Stevenson. I think is Anton injured. I did not. Maybe I should have checked that before this. Yeah, no Anton Leonard Brown. Brad Weber coming off the bench. Angus Ta'avao, one of my favorite players, also coming in relief. God, it's so much nicer than what it was when I was there. When I was there, it was wintertime, and it was bloody cold in Queenstown. God, it was cold. And expensive to stay in hostels, because hotels there were so bloody expensive, because there's not a lot of them, there's a lot of tourists there. Don't know how I feel about these red kits, but I get why they're doing what they're doing. Gotta hold it down for Tonga. A lot of these guys are Tongan, so Shannon Frizzell, Tongan kid. So it's oh man, I'm excited about this. This is gonna be fun. And I'm getting like the worst feed ever, guys. This is like watching on a box television from back in the day. It's so pixelated. I'm gonna see if maybe there's something I can do to correct that. No, there is not. It's just how bad the feed is here for the US. Here comes my boys, the Chiefs. Mighty Chiefs. Oh man. I always say this year is our year. I'm not going to say that this year. There's Angus, Ta'avao, Sam Cane leading us out. Our captain, dear captain, Brodie. God, man. It's like Japan slimmed him down and just made him quicker. We shall see what happens with this tonight, guys. It's 9:35 p.m. here. I've been up since 3:45 a.m. this morning because I work in the mornings. Took a brief nap, so I'm about cash, but I wanted to stay up for this game just because it means that much to me. First round Super Rugby tomorrow night. This time I'll still probably be at the game in Arlington, the Dallas Jackals home opener. Looking very much forward to that for obvious reasons. But yeah. Beautiful day in Queenstown. Beautiful day. You got spectators behind a fence. Damn. Oh, I can see the hostel I stayed in. One of the hostels I stayed in there. Kickoff. Josh Iwani. Kick forward. Getting some territory here. was knocked forward. Yep, knock on. Yup. Already a penalty. 32 seconds into this match on the Highlanders for a knock on. So we're going to kick to touch. We're going to go for scrum. Oh, we're going for the scrum. Those of you listening at home, Grant Nesbitt, Justin Marshall, the particularly popular duo when I play Rugby Challenge. It's what I love the most about those. And then I get the porno comments already. Jesus, you girls are out early already. Or guys, it's probably dudes. Chief scrum. Oh, look at that forward pack. Push, 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 push. No movement. They're holding strong, though. Offload Tiwani. Is it Stevenson? God, it's so weird not having D-Mac. Man, we're getting some good movement with the ball here. Five phases. Sixth phase goes nowhere. Oof, the big man. We're moving forward slowly but surely. Sam Kane right in the middle of all that. Like a true captain would be. We kick forward, we kick to touch. Nope. Just trying to kick forward, see if we dump and chase. No dice. Kick forward by the Landers. And into touch. It was an absolutely beautiful day there. There's Anton on the sideline. I guess injury is sidelining him for the game. First game of the season. We shall see what's going on. Not surprisingly, none of my South African friends are joining me because this is like the middle of the night for them. Little driving maul collapsed a bit. Highlanders are pushing. Yep. Ethan de Groot. Player leaving the feet. Penalty on the Landers. Iwani's going to kick forward. This is his former team. Into touch. Perfect. 5 meter line out. Almost taken by the Landers. Iwani with the ball. Bottom of the ruck. Man. Not rolling away penalty. 22 meter line. On the Landers. Iwani's going to look like he's going to go ahead and go for the 3. Put the first points on the board for the year. For the mighty Chiefs. About 23 meter kick. Just off to the slight left. Shouldn't be any problem. He doesn't look like he's taking it lightly, taking it very seriously. Captain behind him, Kane. That is 3. 3-0. Restart. Highlanders kick it off. Gets no territory off the kickoff. Receives it in. Out to a 1-y. About the 22-meter line. On the wrong side of the field. 1-y kicks it out. About halfway down. It's just past halfway. And he's being held big time by the Chiefs. Here comes Retallick into all of it. Shannon Frizzell at the bottom of all that madness. Scrum to the Chiefs. Not a huge difference, about 20 kilos in weight in the Chiefs' favor. Landers holding just well, no movement, no collapsing. Ball out. Smith tries to turn over, does not get it. Oh, whoa. God, what a bad fullback work there. Kick forward. A little bit aerial territory game here. Kicks into touch, about the 50-meter line. Iwani impressing me so far. Obviously, the lack of Damian McKenzie does kind of suck, honestly. So, line out for the Landers. Van Coltman feeds it in. The veteran all-black Coltman. Aaron Smith. Oof. Getting some real territory here. Shannon Frizzell down just shy of the 22. Penalty advantage for the Landers. It's a chase, it's a chase. Nope, doesn't have it. We'll come back. Not releasing, not rolling away. Mitchell Hunt with the kick, right at the 22-meter line, just slightly off to the right. Once again, he is not taking this lightly. You can tell he's very serious about this. To tie the game, and the ball input will be the 10th minute. So see what happens. Been a pretty one-sided match. I mean, the score is only 3-0, but it seems like the Chiefs have kind of controlled it so far through the first 10 minutes. And then a bit of penalty trouble here in the last minute or so. And it looks like the Landers are going to tie it up here with the penalty kick from Mitchell Hunt. And it is good. So we have a tie game, folks. 3-3, 10 minutes, 33 seconds in. About to restart. Chiefs will be kicking to the Highlanders after the penalty by Mitchell Hunt in the 10th minute, or the penalty kick for Mitchell Hunt. Restart. Aaron Smith, always the perfectionist, on the back of the ruck. Wani kicks forward. Lots of height to it over those beautiful background of those mountains around Queenstown there. Mitchell Hunt taken down. Chiefs pressuring defensively, but Landers holding on to the ball. Just about 23-meter line on the Landers side. Kick forward. A little bit of territory here. Up the midway line. Brady Retallick gets it across the 50-meter. Oh, Aaron Smith with the turnover. He takes it away. You knew he has the skill to do it. It's Aaron. He's got the speed. He's got the ability. One of the best number 9s on the planet right there at Aaron Smith. Oh, man. They are getting some speed going here. It has changed. Momentum here. Offload to his left wing. They are getting it going here. Smith with the ball. Offloads to his lock. Advantage for the Highlanders. 6th phase in. They've got some pace. They've got some outside. They got numbers to the right. Offload to Shannon Frizzell. Aaron Smith. Damn, that was a nice little sequence of events there. I was very impressed by the Highlanders. They had the speed. They were getting it going. 6 phases in, and it just kind of broke down. Their numbers just couldn't reach out. $164th match for Aaron Smith. Look at Brody. Look at that. That was a steal. Cannot go wrong with Aaron Smith. That man is a friggin' magician. So Mitchell Hunt comes back for the penalty, 13th minute in. Kicking from about off slightly to the left at about 24, 25, 26 meters, somewhere right around there. Not a huge distance, but still something you have to take serious when every point counts early in a game like this. When you're playing a team like the Chiefs, you got to kind of, if you can run it up, you can run it up. Seemed like the last couple of years with the Chiefs, they were always a second half team. They would not really do that well in the first half and then come out in the second half and really do well. Much to the chagrin of a lot of us fans, because we were like, this is crap, guys. Mitchell Hunt with the kick. He's lining up 1, 2, 3 steps. Kick. It is good. 6-3 for the Landers. 14 minutes in. Update the score there. Mitchell Hunt with both. Ioane with the 3 points for the mighty Chiefs. The Highlanders have definitely turned it around here in the last couple of minutes of the game and have really taken advantage. It's really off of Aaron Smith, his speedy abilities. Ooh, errant pass. We have possession at their 22. Knock on. And my feed freezes. Yeah. Let's see if I can get this to play. And I have a frozen feed. Get a scrum awarded. 15th minute in. Liam Coltman, Ethan DeGroot. Part of that big front row. Yes. Damn right. Go the Chiefs. That mana, man, I keep it strong. You see the... Oh, man, I keep it real. There's a couple old jerseys. It's a little bit hard to get Chiefs jerseys here in the States because the shipping is insane. But one of them's mine and one of them's my daughter's. So, and we get a try. 16 minutes in. Sam Cane, the big man. It's try time, baby. Sam Cane, of course, leading by example. Scrum breaks down. The scrum breaks down. Fakes. Just offloads it beautifully, and he just slides across. Barrels his way across, right in between the posts. That's right, man. Sam's the man. Just wish he would stay healthy for a season. Please stay healthy for a season. Oh, I love that wet, just where they're sliding across it. It's Otago, man. It's Queenstown. Oh. Sam can try, not Sam can try. He said, screw it, took the wrap off. He's not even going to waste his time with it. Restart. Wanting to kick to touch. Great distance, great height, and the touch. Line out. Time. Five-man line out. The rucks, oh, it's already collapsing on one side, but we're pushing. Play the ball out. Ooh, some space right there. He kicked it a little too far for him. Kicked into touch by the Landers to get them out of a bit of trouble there in their own end. Hey, man, of course you got to come and say hi. Yeah, dude. Good day. Kia ora. My Kiwi phono that are following along. Man, it looks absolutely beautiful there in Queenstown, eh? I was only there during the winter, so it was bloody cold, but it was still beautiful. There was this dude that played, like, piano down on the waterfront. I've got all kinds of pictures. I'll post them somewhere so you guys can see. Had some pretty good times there. There's like a bar. I had some old wine because it was cold and I just wanted something to keep me warm. Did some hockey stuff there. Did a lot of sightseeing. Got up on the gondola and went up to the top of the mountain. Met some people from Catalonia, Spain. It's my military cap, man. It's to cover my bald spot in the back, and I don't really feel like fixing my hair today, so hate all you want on my combat hats. And this isn't even the Fidel hat. The Fidel hat's in the closet. With the whole regalia. Yes, I went as Castro for Halloween one year. I have no shame. Man, we're getting some phases going here. Chiefs to the big man. Knocked forward. Let's drive it in. Let's put the nail in the coffin. Close it. But yeah, my time in Queenstown was great. I absolutely loved it there. It's just beautiful. It's really, really nice. Walking around with a bag of burger rings because I was hooked on those things. I went to a grocery store there, got them the first time, and that was like the first place I ever had burger rings was in Queenstown. Absolutely hooked. Oh, Anton. A little bit of a hydration break for the boys, 21 minutes in. It's kind of the go-to in all. Take that first hydration break at 20 minutes if you can. It's probably like 17, I guess, right now. 14, 15, 16, somewhere around there. Got cramps already. It's already becoming an issue. Yeah, and it was also the place that I discovered Axe's called Lynx in New Zealand, the body spray, because I went to go buy some, and I'm like, what is this, Lynx? It's not Axe? And the first place I ever ate McDonald's in New Zealand was in Queenstown. I had McDonald's there, I had Domino's there. It's just, I know, right? You're an American in a foreign place and you're eating that. But we left Queenstown and headed up from here. We went to Wanaka, Lake Wanaka, and Tekapo. It was winter, so it was snowing. It was absolutely just beautiful. We did a whole South Island thing. Did Methven, Timaru. Went to a really, really nice Wallaby refuge in Waimeti. Did Ekaroa. Did Christchurch, of course. And just had some good times, man. I really enjoyed my time in the South Island that I spent for a bit there. And love to go back one day. Love to take the family and let everybody see the land of the long white cloud, because there's no place on earth like New Zealand. It's one of a kind. And I'm really glad I got to spend some time there. It was really fortunate for me. So if anybody out there is watching, has ever been, if you have the means, make a trip. It'll change your life. It'll totally change your life. New Zealand is absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at the photos here. Yeah. It's the kind of place where you'll be driving down the road and every 5 minutes you see something even more epic than what you saw 5 minutes ago. Scrum to the Landers off the knock-on, 22 meters in their own territory. Smith out the back like a magician. He's been in this situation many times. Kick forward, just shy of the midfield line. Mitchell Hunt with the 6 points so far for the Landers. I don't know how I feel about this haircut of his. It's one of those COVID cuts. He probably needs to get lined up a bit more. Lucky he doesn't have a mullet. Point Tupaia down. Luke Jacobson. Horrible offload. And, yeah, knocked on. We will have a scrum. So Crazy Enzette, like, where do you live? Like, you always kind of come and say hi. So we're at do you actually live in New Zealand, and where do you live in New Zealand? I'm just curious. Because you always seem to at least come and say hi whenever I do my lives, and I appreciate it, man. It makes me not feel like I'm... You know what? I don't care how many people are here. I'm still going to do this. It's cool when I have guests and people come and say hi to me. But I just do this just because I enjoy doing it. And it's, like, better than... just kind of sitting in some games, like obviously I don't sit and do these for all of them, I just do them for select ones. Obviously, won't be doing one tomorrow night because I will be at the game. Kick to touch. 23 minutes in. Man, this first half is really. They have plenty. Oh, right on. Right on. Cool, cool. Very nice area. Yeah, very. Didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but drove through it. I drove through it. So, places I'm really familiar with in the North Island, obviously Auckland, Pauanui, um, North Shore, anywhere in Auckland, Botany, all that stuff, all South Auckland, everything. Epsom, I stayed there. And then obviously I went down to Mata for Hobbit Town. So. Yeah, Bay of Plenty. Seems like a lot of people there. Most of the Kiwis I've met here in the States have been from Palmerston North or Auckland. A lot of them from Auckland. But all of New Zealand's absolutely beautiful. Even Christchurch, with all the earthquake damage that I saw there, it was still just a beautiful city. I really enjoyed my time in New Zealand. I do miss it a lot. It was a great experience being there. The people were super nice. The food, everything. It was just great. Clean air. I felt very healthy being there because I walked a lot. And it was just a beautiful place to be. Landers with a bit of steam here. Oh, they've got... Lynch's could not keep his hands on the ball and lost possession. We kick it into touch at the 22-meter line. Damn you, James Lynches. Who's your favorite team? To the pornographers. Man, they're probably Waratahs fans, or Reds fans, or Rebels. They're probably Aussies, man. It's really unfortunate with the Moana Pacifica game being canceled or being postponed because I was looking forward to that. It's another team that, we saw the Drua last night. That was not good. I kind of thought they were going to put up a bit more of a fight, especially against the Waratahs, but. Especially with the... Yeah, that was a bad knock-on. Mitchell Hunt to kick it into touch. Let's see how far he can get it down the field. Yeah, he might have got down to the 22. We'll see how it is. We'll see what the line ref says. You're 30 seconds behind. I'm surprised I'm not 30 seconds behind, to be completely honest with you. My TV followers, how long is this supposed to last as far as, the no fans at games? I don't know what level you guys are at in New Zealand right now. Obviously, we have really no restrictions here in the States anymore. Certain states will still have them, like California, certain states in the Northeast. But even, our sporting events are pretty much, the Super Bowl was last week. You guys all saw it. That place was completely packed and nobody was wearing masks. It's a bit of, I think 65% of our population is vaccinated at this point, including me. For better or worse, kind of a little bit upset about that myself, just because I was told, hey, you get vaccinated, everything will go back to normal. And I kind of yet to do that, so, well, I guess it sort of has. Retallick offloads deep, deep in Chiefs territory where I do not want to be. Retallick offloads again, gets some good. Man, I don't know what it is, man. It seems like Brody just gained speed when he went to Japan. Like, he's always been a pretty quick guy, but he's even more quicker now than he was when he left, like, in my opinion, so. Oh, a traffic light thing? Okay. About the whole COVID thing. Yeah, it's... Yeah. Like, I don't think this is a bad background for a game. It's beautiful. I mean, if you're wanting to show your country to the rest of the world, yeah, this is a really good way of showing it. Like, just how beautiful it is there. I don't remember it being that compact in Queenstown, but yeah, it is. It's not like, it's just a couple of blocks. And then just a lot of country, you know, just a lot of beautiful scenery. Sean Stevenson on the outside. Deep, not totally deep into Landers territory, but we're making a good run. Jacobson. Milwani, Retallick with the ball. Knocked forward and into Landers' hands. No. Offside penalty. Penalties conceded 4, 5 on the Landers, 4 on the Chiefs. Multiple handling errors on the Landers, though, 5-2 in handling errors. Not doing good on that respect. Offside penalty. Looks like right in the middle, right dead center, and about 25 meters out. Iwani so far 1 of 1, well, 2 of 2 kicking today. Looking to make it 3 of 3, 30 minutes in. Jeff Wilson's on the sideline. Right on. The cricket and rugby player. The dual code, the dual guy. Landers trying to get everything set up here. Not really getting a whole lot of space. Absolutely beautiful offload from Aaron Smith. I love how that guy, 5th phase, about to be on the 6th phase. Oh, and then Aaron bobbles the ball, knocked forward. And line out for the Chiefs about probably like 15, 16 meters out from the try line. Horrible line out. That was not a good lineup whatsoever. Go back for a scrum for the Landers at probably at 10 meters out. Oh, it's so beautiful. Damn, that's a good scrum. Line out to the Chiefs, 20 meters out. Landers get the line out. Landers have stolen 3 lineouts today. I don't get why Josh Ward isn't playing, but maybe it's an injury issue. Not forward. Kicked into touch. Runs right into the guy's shoulder. But I kind of feel like that was a bit intentional because he kind of turned at an angle because he saw him coming. Line out. We actually get it. Chiefs get the line out. Got a maul going here. No movement whatsoever. Ref saying play the ball, so we were playing the ball. Awani kicks it forward. Really high kick. Oh, bit of a collision in the air there. Okay, and then knocked on. A little bit of collision there. Nothing too heavy, though. No foots to the face or anything like that. Nobody did a flip, but just a little bit of contact going up for the ball. 13-6, 30 minutes into this game. I tried to do a quick tap off the penalty. Ref says no. Kicks into touch, 5 meters out. We will get a line out for the Chiefs, 5 meters out. We're doing a 7-man line out. Overthrown, and Landers have it. Mitchell Hunt Kicks into touch about 22 meters out. Gets them out of a bit of trouble. Our line-out struggles continue here. This was the fourth line-out we lost.
3, so it's obstruction. Against 3 here. Okay, there. It's obstruction, but 3 red, so it's going to be a penalty here.
Oh!
Obstruction on the
Obstruction penalty on the Highlanders. We catch a break there.
But it's not a bankable 3. It's a difficult kick. So I would imagine they're going to roll the dice again. Scrum is probably the better option, absolutely.
We've elected to do a scrum. Instead of kicking it to touch or going for the 3, because it's a bit of an angle to try to go for 3. So, God, all the people just lined up watching outside the fence. You just see on camera now, it's just all along the fence, people standing out watching. Doesn't make any sense. You know, if you could use the stadium if you want to do that, just block off the lower levels. But that's just my opinion. And a try. Peter Gusso with the try. Look at that dive. Over Aaron Smith. Yeah, Chiefs lineout has definitely struggled today, but we still lead and score. 1,000 raised for Tonga so far, 500 for every try. Let's get us a couple more, get that bonus point, and get that bonus money for the Tongans, our Tongan brothers and sisters, in a trying time. Off to the left quite a bit. Iwani is studying it, taking his time, as he should. That's Anton right next to him. He's going to go for it. How's it go? Move your leg. Off to the left.
Right on half time, the Chiefs have scored another try. It'll open up an 18-6 advantage.
Alright, so bear with me, folks. I'm going to step away for a second, and I'll be right back. So, thoughts on the first half? We got Jeff Wilson doing his little sideline interviews. Thoughts on the first half? Yeah, we've had some really, really poor handling, but so have the Landers. I think the game could be a lot closer. It could be a lot farther apart. The line-out situation, we need to get our set pieces squared away because we're not doing well in line-outs. I feel like probably the key difference is I feel like the Landers don't have nearly maybe as explosive an offense as we do. But it's not, don't let the score fool you. 18-6 is a lot closer than that. I think even possession is like 52-48. We have obviously more meters carried, or meters gained, but yep, that picture right there, the one to the far left in the back, I stayed in that one. Or no, the one straight in the middle, I stayed in that one. That's the hostel I stayed in. The last 2 nights I was there, I stayed at one for 2 nights. I stayed at this one for 2 nights, I believe, or maybe one night. I just remember I thought I'd been at the bar and I thought I could walk to that hostel. No, I couldn't. I had to get a ride because it was probably like a good, 1.5 2-mile walk for me, and it was so cold. The team was all going to some nightclub where it's like in a deep freezer where you had to wear parkas and whatnot, and I just was not my scene whatsoever. So I went to like a dance club too. That's just not my scene. I was never like big on that stuff. So, but like I said, had fun, lots of photos, lots of good times at a skate park down by the ice rink. So I talked to a local kid who was originally from like a bigger city, and his grandparents lived there, and he had like had kind of falling out with his folks, so he went to go live with his grandparents. And I want to say he might have been Australian maybe, but he was just at the local skate park there on his day off. He worked at one of the restaurants or hotels or something like that. It was his job. He was going to uni, I think, as well, but just kind of telling me about what it was like living there, because he was like, yeah, it's a tourist town. He's like, there's people here all the time that don't live here. I remember you can't fly in because their airstrip is not lighted, or it's not set up for night flights. And their stadium isn't set up for night games, so that's why they're doing the night games down in Southland, I believe, in Cargaville. I'm butchering it, I know. Southland, they're using their stadium for the night games because it's set up for night games. You don't see any lights at this stadium, so. I know they used to do friendlies here, like Christchurch. The Crusaders would come and play a friendly here, or Highlanders would come and play friendlies at this stadium like all the time, or every once in a while. So they'd play their preseason exhibition matches here. And here we are, now playing actual games in it. God, it's so beautiful there. God, it's so beautiful. Those mountains, man. Oh, I miss it, I miss it, I miss it. Even down at the waterfront, there's like that jet boat that you could go for rides in. Or the old, like it was an old ferry, like an old paddle ferry. Like some historic one. The clouds over the mountaintops, just absolutely just beautiful to look at. Brought to you by Bunnings Warehouse and DHL. One of two on conversions, obviously missing the second one there at the end of half at a pretty extreme extreme angle. 2 of 2 on penalties, and the Landers 2 of 2 on penalties by Mitchell Hunt. It's looking like 57-43 in possession and like 54-46. 56-44 in territory. But I'm not counting the Landers out. They could very well easily come back in the second half. It's not a huge mountain to climb. As a matter of fact, 2 tries, 2 conversions, and they'd have the lead again. Uh, 46-meter difference as far as gained towards the Chiefs. 5 missed tackles by the Chiefs, 3 by the Landers. Dead even on kicks in play. Kick meters is 525 to 392 towards the Chiefs. Just a little stats going across the bottom of the screen there, just repeating them out for anybody that's not watching along. Lachlan Bougier. And we're about to restart. Iwani's got the ball, waiting for the whistle and the signal for the ref. And we are about to get restarted once again for the last 40 minutes, second half, 18-6 towards the Chiefs, the mighty Chiefs of Waikato. Lots of opportunities for both teams, just seems like the Chiefs have been able to capitalize on more of those opportunities, and the Landers have left a lot of them out on the pitch. Good runs forward, and then a knock-on or a penalty, kind of. High kick by Aaron Smith. Collision in the air by 2 Chiefs players on each other. Offload to the prop. Kick forward. Nobody's going to be able to get that one. And kicked into touch by the Chiefs. Line out awarded for the Highlanders at the 22-meter line, or just on the other side of it. Short line out goes to the guy very front of the line out there. A little bit of trickery on the line out, as they've been pretty much having their way with them the whole game, as it seems. Good. Enjoy it. Put it on ice. Pour it over ice like I do. This is my beer. I don't drink, so this is my beer. Having a soda. The missus is out of town for the weekend, so I'm going to drink a soda. Awarded. I believe this would be awarded to the Chiefs. Probably about 30 meters, 31 meters from the try line on their end of the field. About to be fed in by Rowe. Not a whole lot of problems with the scrums. They've both held up both well on both sides. Have been able to keep it from collapsing. Rowe kicks forward. A little bit of aerial acrobatics here. Joshua Wani kicks back and into touch about the midway point of the field. And we will go for a line out. Line out for the Landers. They bobble it and lose the line out. Penalty on the Chiefs. Not releasing the ball. Penalty. Guess I kind of saw that one coming whenever the pack was getting bigger and bigger. Mitchell Hunt deciding to go for the 3 from about, probably about 44, 45 meters out. Pretty much right in the middle, so it should be a pretty straight kick to make. But of course, he's not going to take it lightly, as anybody who does this for a job probably doesn't. Throws a little bit of grass in the air to get some wind direction. He's kind of analyzing his kick, getting ready. And it is good. I agree, they should have gone for the line out, but they are playing it conservatively, it seems. Chiefs still with the lead, 18-9 early in the second half. They have yet to make it across the try line, just the 9 points all off of penalties. Mitchell Hunt is, in fact, 3 of 3 for the day. Peter Gus, a little bit of speed on the outside. The Landers stop him. Iwani offloads to his hooker, or prop. Rowe. Brody Vitalik gets maybe about a meter out of it before he is stopped. The dummy. Peter Gus to the outside. Sam Kane finally brought down about 20 meters out. Brody Vitalik with it. Offload off a 7th phase. Imoni Morawa with the try, 47 minutes in. Good job, good job, good job. They saw the numbers. They took advantage. Yeah, I mean, I really only really remember paying attention to him in the last two. Um, he's kind of just been one of those guys that's kind of always kind of been off on the side that you don't really, try to follow. You see a bit, I'm just as guilty of it as anybody. I just kind of pay attention to the stars usually, and I don't look at the other guys nearly as much as I probably should. Iowani 3 of 4 for the day, playing against his former team. And off to the right. Just a bit, misses the conversion. It's 23-9. Restart. A deep kick for the Highlanders. They are unable to stop. At the 22, Rowe offloads. Anton Leonard Brown in for Ethan DeGroot. Ooh, that was a tackle. Shannon Frizzell in, out for Ta'u. Daniel Leonard Brown, not Anton, for DeGroot. Sorry, my bad, guys. Penalty, and looks like Iowani kicks to touch about 45 meter line, so not a long range one. I probably would have tried to boot it a little deeper than that, but I guess you're just trying to go for what's easy, and you can guarantee that kind of territory. But a line out awarded to the Chiefs. Looks like a 5-man line out. We've struggled all game with these lineouts, and we did not struggle with this one. We maintain. Finally, with our first lineout steal, sometimes. Oh, the lineout was not straight. That's what the penalty was for. He's warming up on the sides. Angus is already ready to go. He doesn't even have his tank top, ringlet, singlet, whatever you want to call it on. Knocked it on. Landers knocked it on. It's a lot of costly little mistakes like that this whole game that has the scoreline looking the way it is. They've just made a lot of costly mistakes in really bad times within their opponent's 22, that kind of thing. But once again, I'm pretty sure that really has to do a lot with just, nerves, and you've got some younger players, you're missing some of your more key players, or they've left, or they've retired, or when Ash Dixon was still there, he was absolutely money on those lineouts. Multiple replacements for the Chiefs. Brad Weber comes in at the scrum half position where he is most comfortable for this line out, or excuse me, this scrum. Weber in for Rowe. Damn. Struggled with the scrum there. Ta'avao in for Mafilo, sorry. Mafilo. And Bren Gatland in for Joshua, another former Lander. Bren Gatland, I remember that year that they beat us, and it was his boot that beat us, that beat the Chiefs. Selby Rickett in for Evans, or Evans in for Selby Rickett, excuse me. 53rd minute in. I imagine this is when a bit of stamina becomes an issue, fatigue. Short line out, and then he knocks it on. Really great, interesting line out. Landers won, and then the guy bobbles the ball, knocks it forward. And that seems to be the case for them this whole game. They'll take 2 steps forward and 4 back. Scrum awarded to the Chiefs. No, I am not streaming the next 2 games. It's like late here. It's almost 11 o'clock. I've been up since 3:45 a.m. for work. This was just the main game. Obviously, if you guys follow me, you see I do a lot of the MLR stuff. I'm definitely going to try and at least cover the Chiefs because that's my favorite team in Super Rugby. So, yeah, I know a couple of other guys. 2 Cents will definitely probably be streaming both because this is the most wonderful time of the year if you're a Kiwi and it's rugby. I mean, other than the Rugby Championship, which will include South Africa. Turns out that was like fake news. They never were, or apparently they never were invited, or if they were, it was kept very hush-hush. Interestingly enough, I got sent an article by Sir Clive Woodward, head coach of that 03 English World Cup champion team, basically saying that like it would be the dumbest idea ever to have South Africa join the Six Nations because of distance and it just wouldn't make any sense. So, I hope they don't leave. I like the Rugby Championship. I think the games are a lot more competitive in the Rugby Championship as opposed to what they are in the 5 nations or the 6 nations. So, just look, like I said in another video, you look at the 6 nations, how many of those teams have won World Cups and how many have won the championship. 3 of 4 teams have won World Cups in the Southern Hemisphere, and only one of those 6 teams has won one. Now, granted, France and England have both made a couple of finals and semifinal trips, but so has Argentina. They've made it to a semifinal as well. With the Kiwis and the All Blacks and the Springboks being the only 3 teams that have won 3. Australia has won 2. England's won 1. So, eight victories, World Cups, 4 Southern Hemisphere teams. Oof, what a nice hit that was. Highlanders are, God, they're pressuring 5 meters out. Hopefully they don't knock on the ball. Fifth phase in. They're still about 5 meters out. They're doing everything they can to try to punch this ball through, and they are just being met with a wall of Chiefs players every time. Oh, poor guy. Pretty wild high pass there, and goes across the offline. Oh, offside penalty as well. Yeah, just like I get the reason that they would want to leave because like that lucrative TV contract that the Six Nations has, that would be some good coin for South Africa. But like in the same respects, it's like I've said it before and I'll say it again. How many Englishmen do you see playing in South Africa, New Zealand, or Australia? Maybe a handful. How many Kiwis, South Africans, and Australians are playing in the Six Nations? There are a lot. A lot. So that just tells you right there the skill level that, like, yeah, the Northern Hemisphere has some good rugby, the Premiership has some good rugby, but, like, I don't think it really translates the best. A scrum awarded at the 5-meter line for the Landers deep in their zone. Yeah, Crowley, obviously, you could say Heineke Meyer, he's here in MLR. No, I mean, it's like a lot of them. Jamie Joseph is a Kiwi. I mean, technically Japan is a Northern Hemisphere team. I think it might be the Sail Sharks, maybe, that also has a key, or they have a South African coach. Line out awarded to the Chiefs. Perfect throw. Quinn Tupaia with the ball. He is going nowhere. Daniel Leonard-Brown trying to reach over, trying to get that steal. Does not work too well. Kicked forward by Bryn Gatland. Angus Ta'avao, we get a turnover. Brad Weber to Peter Gus. Weber with the ball. Brody Retallick gaining some considerable yards. Considerable meters, excuse me. Yards are American thing, sorry guys. not releasing the ball penalty. So it looks like Mitchell Hunt will try to kick to touch. Hopefully, can get some distance on this one. Yeah, especially at that time. Liam Coltman out and for Marshall. Now we'll get to see whose run-ons are a bit better than the others. Scrum awarded to the Highlanders after the penalty. Landers still looking for that first try of the season, all 9 points coming off of the boot of Mitchell Hunt. Bonus point already in the books for the Chiefs with the third try. Man, anybody look at Daniel Leonard Brown? That guy looks like he's just huffing and puffing, man. I always used to say that I think he looks like his brother. Like if you showed a kid a picture of Anton and said, draw that picture, the picture would be Daniel. Like to me, Daniel Leonard Brown kind of looks cartoonish a bit. Looks like the Landers are finally getting some movement going here. They are pressuring within striking distance of the try line. James Lynch's with the try 65 minutes in. So the Landers finally get their first try of the new season. off of a guy that I don't think he actually played last year. Maybe the year before that, he was out for injury. Might have been last season. Might have been the season before that. I remember because it was the year that he got announced as being captain of the team, and then he never played that year. Like I think he'd gotten hurt in a preseason game or something, or during trainings, and was out for the season. So, pretty decently long kick from the left side, just out about 23 meters out. This is going to be the conversion. Oh, TMO. They're saying it might have been a forward pass, and it does look like it from my angle that yes, that is in fact what happened. Yeah, I think that was a forward pass. It might reverse this one. Yeah. So the try is taken away off the forward pass. So the score remains 23-9. We are 66 minutes into this. A scrum has been awarded to the Chiefs. Brad Weaver will be feeding it in. A couple more replacement players come on. Retallick off at the 66th minute. Hell of a game from him. Had quite a few meters. Did pretty well running the ball. Front row collapsing penalty on the Landers. Or, excuse me, Chiefs. Landers kicking it a touch. Mitchell Hunt kicks it. Ollie Norris out. We will have a line out for the Landers at the 5 meter line. They do go ahead and get that line out. Try to get a good maul going. There's a little bit of space. People are adding to it. The ball is free. Daniel Leonard Brown down about a meter out. And nothing. Just a wall of Chiefs bodies. Just trying to batter ram it in to get that try across. And he gets in. Daniel Leonard Brown gets the try. 68th minute. But they kept pushing, and they finally got across.
They stay close to the line. Obviously, Marshall hesitated first, and then the pass goes straight to Nico Brown. He gets a good assist as well. Karen over the line, the height of his arm. It's good that he's got a position of nice and look.
He looks winded. Everybody's starting to look winded. It's that late into the game. Mitchell Hunt from the left side at about 22 meters out for the conversion. First one of the game. He's been kicking, but no conversions as this was the first try. Hopefully he can get something through, kind of keep the game close, and we'll see what happens in the last 10 minutes of the game. Hopefully this ends up with my Chiefs arising victorious. And it is good. Yeah, he did look like he was dying, man. He was huffing and puffing. Probably just fitness isn't 100% there yet. Oof. We got the Chiefs within their 22. Fifth phase. Oof. What an errant pass that was. Knocked on. We're going to come back. Insidious Kiwi, it is currently the score is 23-16. Chiefs, the lone Chiefs having a couple of tries. The lone try just coming by Anton Leonard Brown in the last 2 minutes, and he looked like he was going to die after. He was huffing and puffing so bad. But so far, so good. It's been a pretty good game. Been a rust on both sides. You can see it. Set pieces aren't really the best. Scrums they were good. Now, as of late, they've kind of started to go bad. I'm pretty sure that's fatigue towards the end of the game. Brad Weaver is feeding into the scrum, 72nd minute. Sixth phase in, about to be seventh phase. We're still a good 15 meters out from the try line. The Highlanders finally playing a bit of strong defense here in the last part of the game here. Flat pass. Landers pressuring 12 phases so far, guys. This has been a drive. They're just trying to get it. They're trying to find that last little bit. Chiefs driving. Man. "16 phases so far, folks, if you're watching at home." Yes. Weber trying to run forward, gets nothing. Not rolling away penalty. Yeah, he is winded. Daniel Leonard Brown looks like he is dying out there. Gatland puts it through 26-16. 5 minutes left in the game. Mitch Hunt with the restart. Get some distance on it. Highlanders just desperate to try and stay in this game with the clock ticking out. Gatlin kicks forward. Penalty for not releasing the ball on the Landers. Gatlin looking to kick to touch. Less than 3 minutes left in this thing, folks. Let's just try to see. They'll probably just try to wrap this up. Kill as much of this clock as they can. Maybe score another try. Less than 2 minutes left, folks. 26-16. Chiefs leading the Highlanders. First try by Sam Kane. Second try by Peter Gus. Both in the first half. Kicked into touch by Awani, 5-meter line of the Landers. Quick touch. Less than 50 seconds left in the game, folks. Looking like this is going to be the final score, 26-16 for the mighty Chiefs of Waikato. Mitch Hunt with possession of the ball. Offloads. Landers just trying to get that one final push they need. Could not run it down quick enough. Yeah. Oh man, the guy who's down, I just looked at his wristband, his wrist tape, and he's got Sean on there. I'm surprised, I bet a lot of guys do on this game. Definitely miss having Sean Wainui on the wing just because he was so explosive and he had such good pace. He's getting up, so he should be good to go. Just looked like he got kind of laid down on an awkward angle a bit. Maybe he might have tweaked a nerve or two. Probably not the way the Highlanders wanted to start out their season. It's not like they got the brakes beat out of them, but they made a lot of little mistakes, and it ended up costing them on the scoreboard. This is something they'll have to go back, watch video, and kind of correct these things throughout the next week for the second round, because it'll be here before they know it, a week from today. Horn has gone off. Landers doing whatever they can to maybe save a little face here in the closing moments of the game. Marty Banks is in. Knock on. And that's it. That's the end of it. Yeah, great game. I mean, obviously not the most perfect game for them, but they did get the W, and that's all that. Yeah, Aaron Smith he came out probably about the 65th minute, 65th minute. He did great, as always. I mean, Aaron is world-class to me. The best number 9, but not my favorite number 9. Obviously, I'm very much partial to Faf de Klerk just because I'm a ginormous Springbok supporter. But I think Aaron Smith is a really, really hard worker, and he really does everything he can to master his craft. You can find countless videos of him in training, off-season work. Like he likes to say, "Oh, I'm an old man, so I have to do all this stuff." But uh, you know, lead by example. These young guys look at you as an example, and your work ethic is unmatched. Like he's going to be a once in a lifetime scrum half. Yeah, Foff is amazing. Kicks a bit too much at times for my taste, but he's just a personal favorite because I'm a ginormous Springboks fan. But Aaron Smith is, man, he's technical, he's speedy, has good ability, has good vision. He's one of those players that I would not shock me one bit if he ends up being a coach, just because he just has that ability. Very intelligent. You see interviews with him. He doesn't think super highly of himself. Like, he doesn't think that he's all that. He thinks he's just an older dude. But, like, I don't think there's not very many players that you can sit here and say have that kind of longevity, especially in a sport like rugby union. He's been at it for a while, and he's still, not at the peak of his game, but he's definitely still in the prime of his career. I don't think I think he's got a good couple of years. Yes, I think he'll still be playing by the next World Cup. I think he'll still be playing. He may even make the squad. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. Just because he might be the oldest guy like out there on the pitch at any given time, but he doesn't look like it. He doesn't play like the oldest guy. Yes, I did. I did watch France and Ireland. France is gonna win the Six Nations. That's pretty much a given at this point because there's nobody that I think is gonna be able to beat them. And I don't think Italy wins a single game. And as a matter of fact, I bet you they go the entire tournament and score no more than 24 combined points. I think that's what they'll score is 24, and they'll probably concede somewhere between 90 and 100, I bet, when it's all said and done, probably somewhere in the, not 90, but maybe like low to mid 70s, maybe low upper 60s. I think there'll be a pretty big point differential. They're just, I don't care what anyone says, they're just not really that. Italy is in bad shape. But anywho, I'm going to end this. Thank you guys for all coming out, and probably the video I do tomorrow will be of the game that I'm going to tomorrow night. So thank you guys once again for coming out and hanging out with me. I love doing this. Sometimes there's a lot of people here, sometimes they're not. It's really good to like have you guys chit chat with me while I'm doing this. It makes it really fun. It makes it feel like you're in my house or I'm at yours and we're just watching the game, chilling out. So, but everybody have a safe rest of your weekend or safe weekend. And yeah, have fun, guys. Cheers. Thank you.